Ang daan, mga karapatang dapat ipaglaban. Sasagutin ang katanungan ng mga taong naghahanap ng katarungan dito sa programang Laban para sa Karapatan. Kasama si Attorney Lorna Kapunan. Laban para sa Karapatan.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Sabado na naman, nandito po tayo. Attorney Lorna Pataw Kapunan sa isang special edition, Mother's Day edition ng Laban para sa Karapatan. At kasama ko ngayon, mga kasama ko sa INA Foundation. Kung ano yung INA Foundation, they will explain this to you. Ang INA Foundation, ibig sabihin nun po, mga inang naulila sa anak. Kami po yun. I have 5 sons and I lost my youngest son to leukemia in 2003. Yun ang common bond ng mga inang kasama ko ngayon. Pero pag nakita nyo sila, mga energized, powerful, empowered women, lalong-lalo na itong katapat ko dito sa ating Hall of Famer. Just recently awarded, and another award yesterday, no? Si Mayor Mench Abalos.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Yes, Lorna.
Will you please tell us about yourself for a while?
I'm Mayor Menchi Abalos. I have 6 kids, and of course, sabi nga ni Lorna, ang bonding namin ay yung pagiging ina namin na mga inang naulila sa anak. I lost my eldest daughter last 2005.
Na-news
She
yan,
was
ano?
19 years old.
Mayor, that was in the news, no? So
Yes,
tragic.
Tragic.
Tell our listeners and viewers.
Actually, it was, nakakain siya ng something na food na naging E. coli na talagang in less than 24 hours, lahat yung kanyang vital organ.
I think
Totally she
the reason we remember that is she was supposed to travel with then Chairman Abalos, no? Tapos
Dapat
nagkasakit na
pupunta
lang.
sila sa States, and then sabi niya, nasa airport na eh. Sabi niya lang, ay, Lolo, medyo slight fever lang. And then sabi niya, I don't want to give burden to you. I'll follow you on Friday. That was Wednesday. And then that day, gabi na kasi yun yung flight nila, uwi siya. And then dinala ko, simple, kala ko kasi fever lang.
Kasi I think nag outreach ata yan.
Yes, meron sila yung Sofia na association, meron silang outreach program somewhere in Manila. And then she was a LaSalle student ng LaSalle. And then may nakain siguro siyang food na hindi naman natin masabing what kind, kasi basta sa street, kasi mahilig yun kubo yung batang yun. Kahit saan pwedeng bumili ng pagkain, kakain talaga kahit sa bangketa. So, siguro yung gano'n na klase ng pagkain yung nakain niya, that's why nag-start lang siya slight fever, and then nung dinala ko sa hospital, less than 24 hours, wala na sasabihin sa'yo.
Alam mo,
Parang yung anak mo.
Oo nga.
Diba? Hirap.
When alam mo, tamang-tama yung topic namin last week. Last Saturday, I had here Senator Risa Ontiveros, and last May 2, they had just signed. For the first time, hindi nag-disagree, walang dissent ang mga senador. Ang botohan nila on the first session day of May, 19-0, to pass the mental health bill, no?
Totoo.
And apparently, it's not written about in the newspapers, but the Philippines is now number 1 in Southeast Asia in terms of depression and mental disorder.
Yes.
Suicidal. Pag-uusapan natin ang suicide. But let's say hello first to Ina. Really named Ina. Ina. Y-N-A naman si Ina. Ina F. Yulo.
Yes,
Has 5 children.
4
children.
Counting my angel in heaven. Ako po si Ina Yulo. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Miyembro din po ako ng inang naulila ng anak. Yung kaso ko po ay both unique and common. Yun hong anak ko, habang 3 buwan ko palang ipinagbubuntis, was already diagnosed with anencephaly, meaning the back part of his skull was not whole.
You mean you were in your first quarter of your
first
pregnancy?
trimester.
I'm
So,
sorry.
I was living
So,
in
internally,
Hong Kong.
oh.
Yes. The doctor in Hong Kong.
Kung
told
familiar
me,
ang pangalang Ina Yulo, siya po ay dati pong newscaster.
a billion
sa
years ago.
IBC 13, no?
Yes. Retired na po ako for about 25 years. But anyway, going back to...
So you were pregnant? You knew something
I
was
was
wrong with your
pregnant.
child?
So on the 3rd month, my doctor in Hong Kong told me that your child will die when he comes out.
Oh my God.
So it would be normal while he's inside me. Pero the minute na lalabas, hindi magsusurvive.
Anong klaseng sakit yan, Ina?
Anencephaly. It's pretty common. Apparently, they
It's-
told me at that time it's 1 in 2, 3,000 children. Pero kadalasan, yung mga inang walang prenatal siguro, hindi nila akalain, bigla na lang lalabas.
But isn't that reversible? I mean,
It's not.
reversible.
It's not. We got second, third opinions there in Hong Kong and here, even in the US, pero talagang wala. But
Any
anyway,
origin, genes,
they
your
cannot
parents?
tell. They could not tell. Somebody speculated that it could be exposure to X-rays or something like that, but I
Ina-
cannot,
Okay.
as fact, I cannot determine
Pero to...
the facts, yeah.
Can you imagine that?
That's true.
Normally, the day of birth is your happiest day.
So I had
And-
6 months of hell, you could imagine.
Imagine it, yeah.
And,
the day of...
Agony.
Yeah, the day I gave birth, when the
So
mother's next to
stillborn.
me. Yeah, no, he survived for 12 hours in ICU. When the other mothers at labor were celebrating and preparing their cribs and all, I was searching for a priest because I knew what was coming.
God. Oh my
I had to
God.
search for a priest for last rites.
And this is your child number...
Child
your
number
youngest.
2.
Number 2.
But I had 2 others after that, so I still have 3 now. But of course, the angel in heaven always counts.
We always count them. That's why I always say I have 5 boys.
Yes,
Up
I
to now.
have to also say I have 4.
And another brave woman, despite her gout, who has joined us today, Ting. Ting spends half of her time in the U.S., no? Ting Manyalak.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Ting Manyalak. I'm a family counselor by profession, and became a member of INA, as we all did, not because we wanted to, but because we had to. My son was 27 when he died. He was, you mentioned earlier, the state of mental health here, no? And my son was actually mentally ill. And
Was it a chemical imbalance? Was he medicating?
Well, he used drugs to
Drugs.
begin with, no? Tapos, he became schizophrenic, depressive, lahat na yung mental illness yata napunta sa kanya, and he took his own life, no? So, suicide, you were saying, talking about suicide. The rate of suicide among the mentally ill is almost 3 or 4 times as high as the normal population, no? And they say that they decide to commit suicide is in fact when they
Is
are
that a
bit
conscious
better.
decision? Or normally kasi, yung mga naririnig natin, especially yung mga members natin sa INA, no? Sadly, this is the only foundation or organization where you're not happy you have a new member. Because when you have a new member, that mother has lost a child. Diba?
Exactly, yeah.
And half the time, I mean, we 4 here will even, I think, admit na some of our members are still in denial, no?
Yeah.
You're a
Yes,
family
yes.
counselor, so accept mo na suicide yun. Yung mga iba are still hoping that it was an accidental fall from a 16th floor in some hotel room, di ba? Ina?
Yeah, but in the end kasi sa INA Foundation, we welcome everybody. We welcome all the mothers who lost their children. However, we also respect the pace by which they will want to seek help. Kasi we have a training, we have a healing program. Ting was one of those who put that together.
Tell us first, I'm getting ahead of myself kasi na-excite akong to share a sad experience, hoping that those who are listening, because it's Mother's Day, will appreciate their mothers and see what a difficult time. Although, ang nakikita ng mga anak natin, yung happy face natin, yung we're in control, lalo na si Mensch siguro, Hall of Famer, in control ka eh. And you've been in networks, so we all project that we're in control. What our children don't see,
True.
are the times that we cry.
Right, right.
Anyway, how was INA Foundation formed? Para yung mga listeners, pwedeng mag-sharing din. Pwede po kayong tumawag sa aming hotline 470-1750 up to 54. If you're on Smart, please share your experience with us, 0908-136-6060, or on Globe, 0915-709-0882. We can be seen also at www.dwiz882.com. So please share your experience. This is a pre-Mother Day celebration, and I have with me 3 lovely mothers. Tell us how we formed Ina. Ang ating palang honorary forever chairman, kung mother, kung hindi ba, kung nanay is Manay Gina de Venecia.
Yes, oo. I think it was Tita Gina, Ali, Bibi, and Miyata. Parang mga bago pa lang. And it was Tita Gina and Ali who was parang inisip nila magtayo ng foundation.
Manay Gina, for those who are listening, lost her
Daughter.
daughter in a tragic fire.
Yes, oo. And also Ali.
And Ali also lost her son.
Yes.
And later you're going to read, si Ali could not join us today. She's with her husband looking at
She's out of town right now.
Yes. But she wrote a poem, very sad
Beautiful
poem.
poem.
Beautiful poem, and please, one of you should share a paragraph each to share with our viewers. Ali would appreciate us sharing her intense grief, no?
Until now.
Until now. Kasi,
Years later.
how many years na? Mine was 2003. Every time I see a 20-year-old son, every time I see a 20-year-old boy, I imagine na he could have been.
Yeah, same here.
oo.
Di ba? Ganun na experience
Totoo yan.
natin.
Ganun na nga.
Totoo yan. Because I have an inaanak who, na buntis yung mami niya, sabay kami nung son ko na namatay. So until now, when I see her, how can you not help but,
Yes.
di ba? Kumbaga,
Oo.
kumbaga the parallel child than what might have been. But then when you speak to other INA members, especially to the less fortunate INA members na nasa healing center, gumagaan ang loob mo eh. Because hindi lang dahil sa may kadamay ka, then you also see how blessed you are compared with the other mothers. Kasi di ba ting doon sa healing center natin, tayo we deal with grief, but we are blessed. They don't only deal with the grief of losing the child. A lot of them, especially our unfortunate sisters, also have to deal with all other sorts of abuse, no? Like financial challenges, physical abuse from
their
husbands
or partners or
their
living partners.
Wala nang time mag-grieve for them. Wala nang time. Kasi for them parang paano ko to palilibing? Yung bang ganun.
True.
Ako, sabi ko nga sa mga constituent ko, usually ako, invite nyo ako, pagka-birthday, pwede ko pa skip eh. Hindi ko sometimes napupuntahan. Pero once na namatayan sila, andun ako.
Kasi mayor, sa trabaho niyo, birth to death, no?
Yes.
Sometimes
cradle to grave.
sperm to worm nga yan. Sperm
Yes,
to worm
yes.
eh. Hindi pa
Kaya-
nanganganak, nutrition ka na. Tapos
Kaya talagang
ipapalibing.
ako, mas gusto kong puntahan yung mga namamatayan. Maybe because, aside from ng dati pa before yung kay Shara, pero parang naging mas, ako na, mas gusto kong tumulong sa kanila kasi I know how it feels. Lalo na kapag nanay. Talagang, nakakagaang, nakakatulong. And sometimes ako pa yung iyak ng iyak, sila yung hindi makaya kasi hindi nila, paano nila babayaran yung hospital, paano nila ililibing yung anak nila, di ba? And most of the time, wala silang pera, hindi makuha yung death certificate because wala silang pambayad sa hospital na pinanggalingan. So talagang, yun yung mga ang hirap, yun yung mga inaano mo sa kanila. So, yun yung time na talagang I wanted to tell them na andito lang ako anytime.
Wow, mayor.
Natutulong ganun.
Sana other cities are just as fortunate, no? Hindi ko nasasabihin kung sino yung mayor ko kasi yun ang dapat mayor na hindi pinanganak. Hindi ko nasasabihin yun. But anyway, so Ina Foundation really was born in the late
2005,
Siguro,
2006.
maybe earlier because I lost my son in 2003
Yes,
and
and then
immediately became a member.
Shara lost in 2005.
Ikaw, 2005.
Yes.
Ako ho, yung baby ko was 1993, but it still hurts.
Yes.
Ting, your son?
My son died in 2001. In fact, namatay siya the week of 9/11 sa US.
Oh.
And so hindi namin maiuwi yung bangkay kasi nag-cancel ang flight.
So your
sa
son
PAL.
was abroad and you were
Yes.
here?
Yes.
So-
No, I was in China. My husband kasi was posted in China at the time.
So Ina Foundation really is a foundation formed for ourselves and for mothers like us. So yung mga nakikinig po, ang headquarters po natin ay nasa DSW. We have a healing center.
Yes, ang Ina Healing Center po ay nasa compound ng DSWD sa Quezon City sa May Batasan. Parati hong may social worker doon. Ongoing po yung programs nila. Per, let's say, one session in a month. I don't know their current sessions going on kung pang ilan
Pero
na yun.
talagang-
Kung nasa fifth. Kasi mga 9 sessions yun eh. So I
Grief,
think they are
there are
on the
9
fifth.
sessions on grief
Oo.
counseling.
Pero yun hong healing center, merong maliit na daycare para nun sa mga nanay na kadalasan walang pag-iiwanan ng anak nila. May mga aktibidades doon. So tinutulungan po sila ng ways to cope, no? ng sa pagdalamhati nila.
Kasi yung mga iba, tama si Mayor, no? Mayor, tama ka na, pag hindi naintindihan yung problema, at least tayo when we get together, we can be crazy together, no?
Yes.
Kasi at may makita, I think ang trigger point natin yung mga white butterflies, na yan. May makita lang tayo na white butterflies, nagko-chorus na tayong iyak, no? Outside the foundation, people will say, mga siraulo tong mga nanay na to, no? So you really need the support group, no? From your experience, you're a family counselor thing.
Yes, yes. And the program that we all wrote and implemented sa Ina Healing Center has helped hundreds of women in the same boat as us, no? And we continue our cooperation with the DSWD in training them, retraining the professionals in grief counseling, and we also mentor.
And ang
Yung mga
healing
bagong
sessions
bibig.
natin is libre naman.
Libre siya.
Libre po.
Let's talk about, I know it's difficult, but let's talk about you, yourselves, no, as mothers. How does one celebrate Mother's Day with a lost child? Does it bring, kasi there are events, no, like Christmas, birthdays, yan, iyakan blues yan. Siyempre, you do not show your other children, no? What I didn't realize was, and now I'm realizing, the children also, if you're trying to be brave for your children, the children are also trying to be brave for you.
Yes, that's
Especially in my case, I lost my husband in 2001, which already was a blow, but sa mga nakikinig, hindi natin kamag-anak ang mga asawa natin. All I'm saying is, with our husbands, we are tied by legal bonds.
right.
Of course, and feelings of love, affection, but there is no blood connection between the umbilical cord and your husband.
Right.
So, iba, no? Iba, mensch. So,
Talaga.
then you do not know what the end of the world. Kala ko when I lost my husband, end of the world na yun. It's not. It's when you lose a child that you feel, parang may Diyos pa ba? Parang nagkota na ako, tinanggalan nyo na nga akong asawa. How do you deal with that, mensch? Especially you. You always, mabilis umiyak si mensch.
Yes, oo. Kasi ako iyakin.
Every day, I think every day you still visit your
Yes,
daughter.
yes, oo. Medyo ngayon, nung naging mayor ako, hindi na ganun. Pero before talaga, everyday nandun ako sa kanya. Parang, everyday, parang kahapon lang. Every time na may isip mo siya, parang kahapon lang yung nangyari na talagang totally ayaw mo na rin mabuhay. Parang kasi yung una mong tatanungin, sino kasama niya doon? Saan siya pupunta? Alam ba niya where to go? Yung mga ganon, alam ba niya kung ano, kasi wala pa siyang kasama doon, sino sasalubong sa kanya. Yung mother instinct mo na
You're talking about she
gagawin mo.
going in heaven?
Yes.
Wala siyang
Oo, diba?
kilala
Wala
sa
siyang
heaven?
kilala doon. Baka mamaya wala siyang titirhan, wala siyang makakain. Yung mga ganong questions na alam mo naman it's beyond that, diba? Kaya lang, yun yung mga unang papasok sa isip mo.
How long was she in the hospital, Mayor?
Less than 24 hours.
Wow.
Talagang ganong kabilis. Parang
it's a food virus.
Yes,
parang
parang
E. coli.
sepsis na,
Ah.
it is a E. coli daw. Kaya lang, syempre nung sabi ko nga, sa hospital siya, sabi akala dengue, tapos hindi pala. Tapos, chinek yung, yung leptospirosis, hindi pala rin. So, talagang walang nakaisip na E. coli yung kanyang, and simple antibiotics. That's why nung pagkawala ni Shara, kaming family talaga nag-focus sa foundation. He put up a foundation under her name. At sabi ko kasi, ayoko nang may madagdag pang nanay. Na kung paano yung naramdaman ko, kung pwede lang ako na yung huli na nanay. Pero hindi nangyari.
Yes, hindi.
And it will never happen talaga na maging last ka ng nanay, di ba? Pero yung pain, i-convert namin into positive na lang talaga. Nagtayo kami ng foundation na naglagay kami ng Shara Marie Foundation sa isang ward na yung mga sepsis, yung mga batang may sakit na alam namin hindi kaya, kami yung nagsusupport. And then later on, nagkaroon na nanganak, nagkaroon kami ng malilit na daycare in a different places all over the Philippines na rin kasi naging ULAP president si Benhar. So kahit papano, nakapagbigay kami. And then, aside from that, hanggang sa simbahan, lahat na naging, namin yung foundation ni Shara. So, we lost one child, nanganak naman ng marami.
But you also actually, I think you also, is it known that you also adopted? Or
Ay,
okay, never mind. Okay,
Yes.
you lost one child but gained a whole city.
yes, yun.
So, in terms of mothers and their guilt feelings, have you heard yung guilty
Yes.
mother syndrome? Lalo na ngayon in this age of technology. Wala nang communication between parent and child. In fact, between siblings. Hindi mo nakakausap yung kapatid mo kasi nagdodota. O yung girl mo kasi nag-online shopping. Nobody's talking to anybody. And then there is the mother who checks on them. Ngayon, ang paalam nga by text eh. Oh, by the way, ang paalam ng mga anak ko. Oh, by the way, ma'am, kung di mo pa tanungin, where are you? Where are you? Oh, by the way, ma'am, I forgot to mention. Unless they need allowance. They will not bother you. You don't see them for a whole week, no? Is that why there are more suicides thing? Because
Well,
of this digital age?
I think that's part of it, certainly part of it, because when you're feeling bad and you want to talk to someone, rarely can you do it digitally. Facebook is a very shallow type of relationship. So, yes, the young people are missing having someone to talk to when it's the hardest for them. So it's not even in the Philippines alone, but worldwide, suicide is increasing among the young people. And I think the first thing is to make people aware, of the dangers of mental illness. In many places, mental illness is not understood, So people do not ask for help.
But is it medically, is it understandable? I mean, I'm sure there is no one such cause, di ba? May kasama dyan, society in general, nababasa mo sa dyaryo, parang kung minsan ayaw mo na magbasa ng dyaryo. Nadidepress sila sa news na naririnig nila. Nadidepress sila sa so many things, no?
Pero ang pinaka-practical na information for the prevention of suicide is to talk about it. People think kasi na pag nagsalita yung isang tao na parang gusto kong magpakamatay or masyado akong nalulungkot, ayoko nang, I don't wanna go on, then they're scared and they try to distract the person, no? Especially the young people. Huwag mong isipin yan. Alika, lumabas tayo, So, but the point is that if somebody says that they are feeling bad and are in fact in danger of killing themselves, you need to take it seriously, But talk about
when you
it.
want to kill yourself, do you actually plan it?
Yes, you do.
Or
Yes, you do. It
They
is a
do.
misconception that it
Apparently
happens
they do. I think
spontaneously.
sorry.
It does not, yeah.
Yes, the sad thing is in our country there is a stigma attached to mental illness
Oh.
or even depression or even sadness. You know, we are known to be a happy people.
Yes,
so parang
exactly.
yung malungkot na yan, ako siguro nag-drugs lang yan o siguro lukaret lang yan o may topak yan as they say.
Parang chicken
We are
and egg.
very
The drugs
mean,
make you depressed. Your
No, no.
depression gets you into drugs.
Exactly.
Your drugs makes you suicidal.
And the pressures of like social media does not help, because whatever we see on Facebook or ano, these are edited versions of themselves. People think that, oh, I have a good life, I look nice, yung pala Photoshop yung picture. So yung
Absolutely. Edited
nakakabasa,
versions talaga.
nape-pressure, ay, ako hindi ganyan. How can they cope? So it adds
Lalo
up
na
to
yung the
sadness.
cost of traveling now is so cheap.
Oo.
May
So-
99 pesos, nakarating ka na ng Singapore.
Oo.
Travel within a certain
so
period.
it pressures you in
Larga,
some
oh.
way, di ba? But so it
Or it's
kinda
also
adds up
means of escape.
adds up to the insecurity of the reader, or 'di ba, kung sino man ang, we tend to compare to keep up with the Joneses, as they say. But anyway, going back, tayo generally in denial tayo sa realities ng mental health. Kinahihiya natin pag meron tayong medyo special child or depressed person sa bahay, tinatago natin, hindi natin sinasabi, 'di ba?
Yung iba
Kinahihiya
ayaw uminom
natin.
ng gamot.
Oo.
Kasi parang sasabihin ng iba,
Nahihiya sila.
yeah, this person is crazy. So, they try to
Or
avoid
they
exposing
di ba,
themselves.
kung minsan kunyari umiinom ng gamot, tinatago under the tongue pag wala na yung
Ilalabas.
ilalabas
Oo,
na.
yun din, oo.
Well, so what do we do? As mothers, yung mga nakikinig, sabi siguro nila, napakasad naman, hindi naman happy yung program natin. But precisely, I guess, the happiness here is a sense of being able to collectively have parang best practices na if there is such a thing.
Awareness
to share
lang talaga siguro.
awareness.
Awareness, while we continue to love our children and adore our children, we also cannot be in denial of the problems that may plague our children, that cause their sadness, their depression, or paminsan nga, di ba sabi nila, you have to know your children. Kasi minsan hindi mo alam, may sakit na o meron na palang dinaramdam, physical or otherwise. And maybe to other mothers, we also have to be sensitive to their feelings. Marami tayong mga bagong ina-member ngayon, like meron akong mamimit pa lang next week na nalaglag by
Kahapon
accident.
meron na naman sa news, some senseless death.
Madami.
In a tricycle,
Yes.
sa tricycle ba yun? Saan ba nangyari? Tricycle, tapos tinamaan ng motorsiklo?
Yes.
Simple traffic rule causing the death of a
Sudden.
4-year-old, the
Oo.
eldest child.
Death is so much a part of life, no? Na we cannot say that we can prevent death. We cannot, no?
cannot.
But as members of the INA Foundation, we can say that there is hope. That there is always hope. So we convince newly bereaved moms to have faith in themselves, and in the process, you will have to go through the grief. There's no doubt about that. Mahihirapan ka muna bago ka umahon dun sa grief. But there is a light, as they say, at the end of the tunnel. So that's what we try to do in our work within our foundation. We try to tell them that grief is like a wound. It's like parang sugat.
It's always there, I
Yeah.
think. No?
There will always be a scar, but you need to open it up, to air it, para gumaling. Hindi natin makakalimutan yung mga anak natin, but look at us, we are also proof that we have recovered from our grief, the four of us. It's not to say that we forgot our children, no, but we have recovered.
As
and
the
we can
mayor
help
says,
others.
hindi ba sabi mo nga, laging nandun yung sense of loss. Anyway, 11:32, station ID muna. After the station break, pag-usapan naman natin ang ating mga husbands.
Laban para sa karapatan. Kasama si Attorney Lorna Kapunan.
Sinusuyod ng buong pwersa ng DWIC News at Public Affairs ang buong Kamaynilaan
upang maihatid ang mga latest na kaganapan.
mga balitang dapat ninyong malaman.
Ito ang DWIC Balita.
Mas todong pagbabalita.
DWIC Balita.
Hindi pa raw nakakausap ng personal na Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre si Janet Lim Napoles. Ayon kay Aguirre, tanging ang abogado ni Napoles na si Attorney Stephen David at dating Manila Councilor Greco Belhica ang nakausap niya kaugnay sa kaso ni Napoles. Sinabi sa DWIZ ni Aguirre na noon pa man ay pinapaabot na sa kanya ng kampo ni Napoles ang kahandaang mag-tell all ito sa usapin ng PDAP scam kasabay ang kahilingang mailipat ito ng kulungan mula sa Correctional for Women dahil sa panganib sa buhay nito. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon at mas marami pang mga balita, bisitahin kami sa aming website www.dwiz882am.com at sundan ang aming Twitter account at Facebook page DWIZ882. Ako naman po si Judith Estrada Larino.
Balitang kapaki-pakilabang sa mga mamamayan, inyong nalaman sa DWIZ Balita.
Maging updated sa mga balita.
Mas todong pagbabalita.
DWIZ Balita.
Laban para sa karapatan. Kasama si Attorney Lorna Kapunan.
Babalik po tayo dito. Nandito na naman po tayo sa Laban para sa Karapatan. Ang ating special topic for today is discussing Mother's Day. And I'm very honored to have with us Ting Manyalat, Ina, and Mayor Mensch, who are sharing with us yung sense of loss nila and grief and moving on, no? Pag-usapan naman natin ang mga husbands nyo. How does it impact? Did they share the same grief? Did they show it? And now, did it make you, ikaw, no? You lost she was second born, he was second born.
Yes.
Is that why you had two more?
Not necessarily. I mean, each child is unique, including the one in heaven. But it helped that there was one before him and two others that came after. As for my husband, kasi compared to me, my husband is actually a man of very strong faith. So at least on the surface, I thought he handled it with amazing grace. And yung acceptance niya on a different plane na this is God's will, you have an angel in heaven. Ganun yung mindset niya
But
hanggang
he
ngayon.
didn't carry the child for 9
Exactly.
months. Iba yun.
So, of course, it was both a source of disagreement, yet also a source of strength that made the marriage stronger. Because between the two of you, kayo lang nakakaintindi nun eh. Hindi ba? When everybody in the family was trying to assure us, it's okay, baby pa yan, you can have other children, buti ka nga, wala ka pang memories, buti ka pang... Really, somebody actually told me, that's nothing, wala ka pa namang memories. Yung ganon. Kesa yung iba dyan, mas malalaki na yung anak. No, it doesn't make it any less painful, I guess. But going back, I think the husband handled it better than I did, at least on the surface. Yun ang nakita ko, or maybe because he felt he had to be strong for me, because I was one.
So you have boys and girls at the same time?
Yes,
And you lost
I have. My eldest is a girl. I lost the boy. I have another girl, and my youngest is a boy.
Oh.
So, pero iba. I mean, there are 4 different creatures. Each is special.
Think your son lived abroad.
Yes, and in fact, my 3 sons lived abroad. 2 of them still do, one in the U.S. and one in Hong Kong. And,
Was this a factor to why your others? Was this a son? Your other son was depressed. You lived in different continents of the world.
Right, we did, but every child is unique, no? And even if all 3 of them were exposed to the same circumstances, they reacted in different ways. So the fact that EC, that was my son, felt like an outsider in the U.S., for example. We lived in Oklahoma, which is predominantly white, and so he was
But
a
was
minority.
this your living abroad is work related or
Yes,
by choice?
my husband worked in the oil industry, so we've lived in many countries through the years. But going back to your question about how the husbands reacted to the death, statistics are very significant of marriages that do not survive the death of a child. You tend to blame one another, each other, and to grieve in different ways. And unless you make a point of it, unless you decide that the marriage is worth saving, sometimes it in fact cannot be saved. My husband and I grieved in very different ways ourselves, no? And blamed each other in the beginning. And it became very, very difficult to be together.
Your
But-
son, how old was he when he...
He was 27.
And in the 27 years he lived... How long did he live with the family?
Well, we lived together until the children were off to college. Usually, that's at the age
American
of 18.
style talaga, no?
Oo. Pero siya talagang he started showing signs of a different type nung started at 14. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia at the age of 18. Schizophrenia is in fact more common to male adolescents. Now, those are the statistics. But through faith, Ina was talking about faith.
Schizophrenia is, in common language, is that parang bipolar?
Hindi, bipolar
Happy,
is
sad,
different.
ganyan.
Bipolar is what they call manic depressive. No, you have cycles. Schizophrenia is a thinking disorder, and so you become psychotic. You have psychotic episodes. You have
Parang you think the world is
hallucinations.
against you, somebody
Yes.
wants to kill you, mga ganyan.
So it's very difficult to treat schizophrenia. In fact, you don't know how it starts, so
But
you
it
try
is
to alleviate the
detectable?
symptoms.
It can be detected?
Yes. There are
Fits of anger? What?
it's really mostly the hallucinations that are quite obvious. Hearing voices or seeing things. Paranoid schizophrenia is happens when people are afraid of what isn't there. They imagine that people are running after them or trying to kill them. And so they become tortured. And what the drugs do is stabilize them a bit. But it never goes away. You know, it just becomes less severe. And when it becomes less severe and they seem to be getting a little better, then they realize just how sick they are, that there's no cure and that this is a lifetime scourge. So that is the time when they are at greatest risk for suicide. And so that's what happened to my son.
And how exactly did he commit suicide? He jumped?
He jumped from a building.
Oh.
And none of us were there. It happened in the U.S.
Don't they normally write suicide notes to say, I'm sorry, my mom,
Some do and some don't. No, he never did leave anything. But if you are mentally ill, the thing is that you're not thinking, your reality is different. So you could be thinking that I can fly, and so you just jump out thinking you can fly. So that's a reality that none of us share. But it's a tragedy.
I can fly na yan.
nonetheless.
Meron naka-YouTube na cabinet secretary na kumanta ng I believe I can fly. Hindi siya na-confirm. Anyway, she's probably flying somewhere now. Your husband, Mayor Abalos.
Yes, si Benhar, siya yung strong sa amin and he has to be siguro. Sabi niya, kailangan maging strong ako for this kasi pero he'd grieve. Every time na pupunta siya sa room ni Shara, he still cries. Nalalaman ko, nakikita ko, and then, syempre, kailangan pakita niya lang matapang siya, kaya niya i-handle, pero deep inside, he is.
Is there a time for saying goodbye to packing up things? What is the right time? Ikaw matagal na, no?
Andun pa rin.
Yung kwarto niya,
Yes,
yung things
luggage
niya.
na supposed to be kasi naka-impake. I don't know nga kung bakit supposed to be kasi punta siya sa States, so naka-impake na yun doon, yung toothbrush niya, yung mga gamit niya, lahat toiletries, and some of her clothes nandun pa rin sa luggage, andun pa rin under the bed. Hindi namin ginalaw, and pag ginamit yun, talaga kilala namin yung mga gamit ni Shara. Kahit slippers niya, shoes niya. Sometimes, sasabihin ng mga kapatid, siguro, like, for example, si Charis, yung twin sister niya.
Oh, she has a twin?
Yes, di ba?
Yes.
That's yung sinabi ni Ina na different creature, different talagang identity ng mga bata. Ako, for me, kambal pa yan. Pero Shara is different from Charis. Kahit nasasabihin din, andyan naman si Charis, para mo na rin nakita si Shara. Pero, Ibang-iba si Shara kay Charis. Kahit nung
How
maliliit
does
pa sila.
her sister, how does her twin feel losing another?
Yes.
Di ba
parang
iba yun? Ang
half
twin
part
parang ano, no? Parang
umbilical.
umbilical.
Magkasama pa
Oo.
sila. Identical twin. Isang egg lang yun na nahati sa dalawa. Pero, iba si Charis, iba kay Shara. Charis just gave birth nga pala.
Ay, congratulations!
Yes, she just gave birth ng baby boy last April 30.
Ay, congratulations.
Every
Congratulations.
time na, kaya she's a mom na rin.
Oo.
Di ba? Sabi
How
niya,
old would she be?
Charis 31.
Already.
Yes, she's turning 31 on next month. Sabi niya, Mami, ganito pala yung sakit. Parang every time na umiyak yung baby niya, iyak lang din siya.
Emotional din siya.
Wala siyang magawa. Sabi niya, hindi niya alam what to do. Kaya sabi niya, paano kaya kami? Kasi kambal daw kami sila. How mo hinandle, Mami, kami, dalawa kami. Sabi niya, ito isa pa lang, hirap na raw siya. Sabi ko, that's that, yung time na na-appreciate niya raw ako. Sabi ko, sabi ko sa kanya.
Sweet.
Kaya
That's
nga
sweet.
And for me, iba talaga. Iba, bawat isang anak mo may kanya-kanyang identity. Hindi mo pwedeng i-compare. Like for example, may bagong baby akong dumating. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin kapalit ni Shara.
True.
'Di ba? Ibang-iba pa rin. Kahit na itong latest namin, she gave ng joy sa amin. Nagbigay siya ng joy. Talagang parang totally, kasi yung bahay for a while, naging gloomy, naging malungkot. Ayaw mong mag-decor, ayaw mong mag-ayos ng bahay. Parang for me nung time na yon, bakit pa? Parang mag-enjoy ka, pero deep inside, masakit. Hindi kami talaga nung nagse-celebrate ng kahit na anong celebration. Pero nung dumating yung baby yon, it's December din. Pasko, parang Christmas gift sa amin. So, in a way, nag-start na, nabuhay ulit yung bahay. And then dumating pa yung mga apo. I have 4 grandson na, 4 na yung apo ko. So, ayun. Pero nandun pa rin yung pain, syempre.
Is there, now that you're mayor, do other towns or municipalities have a budget? Kasi pinasa na nga yung mental health bill, but at the local government level, kasi ang daming needs, no? May needs sa level ng city, no? Yung paglilibing, yung hospitalization, pero mental health, I think, is the last priority kasi
Yes, actually, maski sa amin, under na lang siguro sa health dyan, pero sa amin, I think wala pa nga yata. Dapat yun,
dapat
include na
talaga
lang.
sa local government.
Pero
no?
ini-improve lang namin yung mga guidance counselor. Nagpapalagay kami, bawat school talaga, dapat may guidance counselor because
Tama.
yun yung pinaka, crucial sa school, like bullying. And, di ba,
Totoo.
hindi talaga yung bullying yan. That's why sabi ko, yung mga iba namin PTA, yun na lang ang nakakaano kasi ang hirap na rin kumuha ng mga guidance counselors.
True. Shortage talaga.
Yes.
No?
So talagang pressure from all sides, no?
Peer pressure, society.
Sa family, sa
Yes.
social media, sa eskwelahan, bullying pala talaga is a
Sa
real.
part.
Oh my
Hirap.
God. So, our other members in INA, we meet, pag social affair kanya, masaya tayo, no? But I'm sure every time an anniversary, a death anniversary comes, may feeling of depression din, ano?
Yes.
Would you like to read the poem
Yes,
of Ali?
Maybe a portion.
a portion.
Dalisay na Pilipino ang pagkasulat niya eh. Nakalagay dito, sabi ni Miss Ali Soto, sa isang kubling sulok ng aking puso, doon alaala mo'y itinago at pinagkakaingatan. Sa pangambang maabo ng panahon o ng nangulimlim ng isipan. Parang, she doesn't want to forget. Sometimes the pain is there, but the pain helps you remember. Sometimes maybe you also don't want to let go of the pain in some way. Si Ali ho is a very jolly person.
Very.
I think anybody who knows her, has met her, knows that. But
Lalo
of
na
course,
meron
she's
siyang
human.
bagong radio program, no?
Oo, she's human. Just like the rest of our members. May mga membro kami na masayahin, pero pag dumadating ang birthday ng anak nila, Pasko or death anniversary, it will really kick in. May isa tayong miyembro out of the blue one time. She was in Hong Kong and she called me. Oo, bakit? Hindi, nalulungkot lang ako. Naalala ko yung anak ko eh. You just have to lend an ear.
Oo.
Di ba? Kasi alam nila, kayo
Ako,
lang
I
yung
feel that all the time.
nakakaintindi.
Kung minsan,
Maganda eh,
lalo na
actually.
pag bata sila, no?
Kayo lang ang nakakaintindi.
Yun yung
In
maganda
Toys
sa
R
group
Us na yan.
natin.
Ako, every time I
That's
see a
true.
Toys R Us.
Pero one time nga in-interview kami, sabi nga namin, the INA members, may secret language that nobody else can decode. Alam mo yung,
Yes.
ikaw lang makakaintindi, you can express your sadness and nobody will judge you.
Yeah.
Because they know that it's understandable and it's normal.
Ganyan tayo at actually yun yung kagandahan sa group natin. Pag nalulungkot tayo, you know where to call or who to call.
Yes.
'Di ba? Tatawagan mo isa sa mga ina members natin na nalulungkot ako kasi ganito ganyan ganon. Maya-maya iyakan kayo, maya-maya tawanan
Tatawa.
kayo.
Kakain.
O ikakain nyo na lang, or i-shopping nyo na lang.
Oo, ikain mo na lang or isaya mo na
Pero
lang.
siguro, Lorna, no, as like a loose guide for your listeners, yung mga ibang
Yes.
mga ina na who think na wala na silang pag-asa, hindi na sila aahon dun sa kalungkutan, ano? We tell our members that there's actually 4 things that you should accomplish para makaahon ka. The first is to accept the reality of the death, no? Yun ang unang-unang kailangan mong gawin. Kailangan
Alam mo, just on that note, no, kasi, for some of us, nagkasakit yung anak mo. So, there is a sense of one day you will lose your child.
you
Like
kind of prepare yourself.
Yeah, but nowadays, ang mga naririnig ko sa news, yung mga pinapasok yung bahay, extrajudicial killings, di ba? Whether drug-related or not, you will never be prepared. Who would think naman na somebody will enter your house? O one day, na riding in tandem na lang yung anak mo. So, madaming ganun. Hindi na, the rules, I think the guidelines should be dynamic, no?
And
Kasi
actually,
the
the
cause of
guidelines
death now is
are-
not sickness. It's
are
not.
for after the death.
So,
Like you say,
acceptance.
you cannot prepare yourself for the death, hardly. Pero after that, in order for you to recover, you have to help yourself and be helped by others, like accept help from others. So you accept the reality, then you have to go through the grief. If you push it away, you will not be able to, hindi ka aahon. You have to walk through the valley of death. So you force yourself to grieve. Accept the grief.
Mahirap yung pinopostpone.
Oo.
Kasi yung iba parang hindi muna, tsaka ako na lang isipin.
Denial.
Saka ko nang isipin. Kanya
Mas
ano,
mahirap.
for a while, hindi ba kayo nahihirapan na mag-attend o pumunta sa hospital? For me, for the longest time, I don't want to go, kung hindi ko talaga kilala, I avoid hospitals, I avoid funerals, I avoid.
Ako yung funerals, yes. Pero yung going to the hospital, ang hirap. Especially Cardinal ko saan na ano yung anak ko. Up to now, I cannot. Parang nasa gate pa lang ako, atras na. I don't know. Hindi pa rin kaya.
Ito nakakahiyang aminin. But I used to find a lot of injustice that there are children in the streets who don't get nutrition, who don't get
Yes.
attention,
Ako
yet
din.
survive the streets. And my child dies. I did not see the justice in that, human or divine. Nakakahiya talagang aminin. For the longest time, I could not even give alms to the beggars, to the children or beggars.
Parang
Kasi
galit
parang,
ka.
Galit ka.
bakit?
Bakit
You know?
ito, buhay yung
Yes.
akin eh,
Yes, in
inalagaan
all
ko namatay.
nakakahiya, but honestly, sa totoo lang. But, after a while, yun na nga, you
Ako
you
din
get
eh.
used to the grief. You have
Sometimes
questions
you
in your
have-
head.
yes.
Forever. Forever, there will be questions in your head, pain in your heart.
Why me?
Why me?
Yeah.
Diba? Yes,
Yeah, why me? Galit ka sa Diyos. Why me?
Until I met the other INA members whose cases are, should I say, worse or
Grabe,
maybe
no?
sadder. I do not know who's to say.
We have a member who lost two.
Two.
Diba? Pauwi na sila sa Alabang, no? Pauwi na sila.
Yes, nagmaneho.
Nagmaneho, aksidente. To lose 2 children, two sons in a night when they were just coming from a friend. The third is
To adjust to life without the disease. Because if you do not adjust, you yourself can become depressed. May alam tayo mga parents na sila mismo nagiging suicidal. Dahil hindi nila ma-accept, hindi sila maka-adjust na wala na yung bata. So the third task is to adjust. And then the fourth is kind of spiritual ba? we all have to locate our children. Nasaan na ba sila? No? So, the question is,
Memorialize them.
nasa langit ba? Or yung iba, ang feeling nila, nandyan pa rin. Kasama nila sa bahay. O kaya, he's now in my
Shouldn't
heart.
you let go? I mean, part of the healing
You know,
is
psychologically, you
letting
need
go. Kasi
to know
parang,
where he is.
parang meron atang, I have some clients or friends na may third eye. Nasabi nila na, if you don't let go, they will still be with you. You don't give them
You're
peace.
holding them back.
You're holding them
Yes,
back
Sabi nila.
from eternal peace. Di ba? Mas masaya naman sila sa heaven.
But they believe in that eternal peace. So even if you let them go, you know that they're going to that place,
A
that we
better
call
place,
heaven,
yeah.
to
A better place.
So that's the important thing. Na in your mind, nandun na siya. Kaya kahit nalulungkot ako, at least nandun na siya sa langit.
Yes, yun ako rin, Lorna. I remember, nung one time meron tayong parang ganito, grieving session. I remember, nagsalita ka. Sabi mo sa amin nun, iyak ako ng iyak. And then sabi niya, iyak kayo ng iyak. It was you. Ang nagsabi niya na, hindi ba kayo masaya? Barkada ng anak ninyo, si Jesus. Sino ba gusto niyong barkada ng anak niyo? Kung sino yung mga nandiyan na mga bad influence pa? Eto, si Jesus ang barkada ng anak niyo. Hindi kayo masaya. In a way, Lorna, yung sinabi mong yun, nag-ano sa akin na, stick talaga na parang, oo nga naman.
Parang tayo yung selfish.
Oo na, parang, teka, barkada ng anak ko, hindi ko na iniisip na sinong kasama, saan pumunta. Eto, si Jesus ang kasama. Ano i-worry ko?
Tama.
Di ba? Yun yung talagang
Do you
nag-stuck sa
pray?
akin.
Do you ever pray to your children?
Yes.
Every
yes,
day.
Every day.
Every single day.
Yeah, I talk
do.
to him all the time.
Ako
You
din.
know, ask for help when you need to make a decision.
yes.
Or every
Yes.
little thing, I ask him to watch over his ate and his
Yes.
two younger
Oo, totoo yun,
siblings.
totoo.
Keep them out of trouble. Actually, parang your concerns now are more for your children who are still with you, di ba?
Yes.
You're consumed with their safety and their adventures and misadventures.
So I guess we all believe in angels, no?
Yes.
Kasi pag
I would
angel
think
yung
so.
anak mo, they're the ones closest to
Special.
God's ear, no? Or to Mama Mary's ear, no?
Mas
Kaya lang
malapit
sometimes
daw.
kuminsan I refrain kasi kuminsan malilate na ako sa korte, sasabihin ko, King, the name of my son, King, make the judge later than me.
True.
Oo. Ganun, di ba? Or traffic. King, no traffic today, okay? So sabi ko, kawawa naman si King, pati traffic. Nawala yung earring ko na isang pearl na nawala. Sabi, King, will you look for it? You know, for some reason, nahahanap
Ako
nila
din,
yung
ako,
mga jewelry
ang
na
daming
nawawala.
answered
Di ba?
prayer. Ako rin,
Yes,
ang daming
maraming answered favors.
Sobra.
Favors.
Sobra, sabi ko nga, sabi siguro ni Shara, mami ko naman ang kulit, ano ba to? Ako na lang. Pero talaga, Shara, you help me with this, Shara. Ganyan. Parang, pare-pareho, di ba?
Aha, kanya ka pala, ang dami-daming awards. Congratulations, your latest award is just yesterday, no?
Yes,
Mayor,
in
ano
Model
yung
City.
Model City.
In Wellness Services. Parang na-maintain namin yung pagiging sa wealth, yung pagiging Tiger City
Oo nga.
in terms of economic.
It's always such a delight passing your city. Yun ang aking shortcut to Makati.
Ako rin. Mandaluyong. Short
Because may order.
Yes.
May order.
Halatang babae ang mayor.
Oo nga.
No, pero kasi
Hindi lang yan
lahat
halatang nanay ang mayor.
Yeah, detalye.
Because alam nila yung detail. Oo.
True.
Kasi
So-
dadaan kayo talaga't dadaan. Kahit saan kayo pumunta, dadaan kayo sa aming Mandaluyong kasi nasa sentro kami.
Gitnang-gitna.
Gitnang-gitna.
that's
It's
true.
the heart ng Metro Manila.
That's true. And for some reason, even if there is traffic, there is discipline. Because
Thank
yung
you.
mga workers mo doon siguro feeling family sila, no? Inaalagaan mo.
Yes.
And then we have last few minutes. On a happy note, please give a good message to our mothers who are listening kasi Mother's Day. Trivia pala, ang Mother's Day is celebrated every second Sunday of May. The question is, kailan ang Father's Day? Meron rin naman Father's Day. Father's Day is celebrated every third Sunday in June. Third Sunday in June. So, June 18 daw ang Father's Day. So, and nakalagay sa Wikipedia how Mother's Day started. No, Mother's Day actually did not start as a happy day. It was a sad day because there's this woman writer who on that particular day felt that she missed her mom. So she bought a lot of flowers and goes to church, prays to the mother and for the mother, and that's the very same day that Mother's Day is celebrated. So it starts with pain, it starts with remembrance, but President Woodrow Wilson declared it as a happy day for all mothers. It became celebratory. So that's what I mean, but you can transform pain and grief into happiness. Your happy message, Ting.
Well, what helped me most, what helped my husband and me, was faith. No, faith in the love of God for us, and the thought that God loved my son more than I loved him, so he's fine. So yan na rin ang isipin nyo, mga nanay na nawala ng anak. Mahal kayo ng Diyos. Somehow, you will recover from your pain. Happy Mother's Day po.
Ina?
Well, happy Mother's Day muna po sa nanay ko.
Ay,
Cheat Ferredo.
of
Happy Mother's
course.
Day, Mom. I hope
Oh,
you're
I
listening.
miss my mommy.
Yeah, I still have my mom around and I feel
it's
blessed.
so good.
And happy Mother's Day po sa lahat ng ina. Lahat ng ina, kaya nawalan kayo ng anak o hindi. Remember, it's your special day and be kind to yourselves also.
Correct.
Mayor.
Yes. Ako, first, happy fiesta muna
Oh,
sa amin sa
okay.
Fatima because today is
Oo nga.
apparition, 100 years of apparition ng Fatima.
Correct.
So, happy fiesta dyan. Mamaya nandun ako sa Fatima Church para sa celebration. And of course, sa aking Mami Cora and sa tunay ko nanay si Mamang, happy Mother's Day. I have two pa. Dalawa yung mami ko na pareho naman nandiyan. And of course, sa lahat ng mga ina, sabi nga nila na nawalan ka man ng anak, may pintong nagsara, bintanang nagsara, pero may pintong mas bubukas sa'yo na mas marami kang anak na magiging if you share your love to others, especially lalo na sa mga bata ngayon. At sa lahat ng ina, you have to love yourself first bago ka makapag-love ng ibang tao. So sa lahat ng ina, happy Mother's Day.
On that note, I'd like to thank my dear sisters here sa Ina. Hindi nyo lang alam na in being together and in sharing our grief, we're also sharing our happiness with others. Let us remember not only those who passed away and who have left us earlier, let us remember those who are still with us. Happy Mother's Day!
Happy
Mother's Day!
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lorna.
Thanks, Lorna.
Sumainyo ang programang